Greetings fellow traders, this is Max and welcome to my Sunday market analysis where I'm gonna analyze the market and share with you my top trades for the upcoming week. And I have those 6 pairs on my watch list for the upcoming week here that I would like to share, and those are trades that are either some continuation trades from the last week or just a trade update for my running trades. So I would like to start here with the pair AUD CAD. So last week I was anticipating a retest of this area here, of this head and shoulders pattern pretty much on the daily chart, and then a rejection and a move to the downside. We have had the retest and even a rejection, but it hasn't really continued much to the downside. So when we look at the daily candlesticks here, we see that those are becoming really small and they are appearing quite neutrally. So I am now waiting for a candlestick that is sweeping some of the liquidity sitting above here, and then a really red rejection daily candlestick. On a lower time frame, this could be some sort of evening star even here on the 4-hour chart in this area. That could be my entry signal, or if we look closely, if this is going to be an evening star, this is forming some kind of head and shoulders pattern here. So then I could just wait for a break and a small retest of this neckline to then sell AUD CAD. So this is what I'm gonna be looking for AUD CAD, a short trade to profit off of the momentum that's going on to the downside. Next pair is eurusd, and I'm currently still in this long trade here that I have talked about in the last week, and the trade where I am sharing regular trade updates about in my free Telegram channel. Right now the momentum to the upside is still looking really nice and really bullish, so I am planning on continuing holding this trade to potentially close it out somewhere in this area here. It has peaked above here and then we saw a rejection. However, this is a really nice wick that might get filled actually now in the next coming days, so I will still stay in this trade and wait for another push to the upside. But maybe I'm going to close it here, then it's not going to be a 1 to 3 but maybe a 1 to 2.5, which is also really good for this trade. So that's kind of a trade update for my eurusd long position. The next pair I have on my list is GBP JPY, and the reason I have this on my list is because we have this really strong weekly breakout candlestick here from this round psychological level and this area of interest here. So what I am anticipating now is I want to see price come back down into this area, preferably some kind of on the daily chart, retest the area, give me a neutral candlestick. It looks like it has swept quite a good amount of liquidity, so maybe that's not even something I would now look for, but wait for the price to come back here, give me a bullish signal, and then buy GBP JPY. So this is essentially my trading plan for this pair. Also fairly simple break and retest trade. It's just on the weekly chart, so it's gonna take a couple take a couple more days for this trade setup to actually play out. It might just be even some kind of neutral week the next, but this looks really strong, so I am looking forward to profiting off of a good setup. Next pair is GBP NZD. So I have held this long position that where I've entered in this week here. I've held this for several weeks now, and it looks like it had kind of a rejection now, and this candlestick here is actually supposed to be some kind of bullish candlestick, even though it's a red one, but it's indicating buying pressure or buying power from the downside. Unfortunately, it might just even dip a little below price action wise, and it had double rejected this area here, but this doesn't have to mean a lot, so it could also just reverse and then test the area again or finally break out here. So this is why I'm going to stay in this trade. If I look on the 4-hour chart, it looks like it has failed to create new lows, and it seems to be kind of reversing now and building new highs. I hope at least. Unfortunately, in case it's not, then this was totally a missed profit here. Yeah, it is what it is. Could have done better then, but yeah, we will see what it is going to do. We are still in a really nice and major uptrend here, and even the monthly chart, the recent monthly candlestick was super neutral and even below here. So we have, even if this might just be the monthly week down, and then we have to push to the upside, so there are still many options. So this was the trade update for my GBP NZD long trade. Next pair is GBP USD, and I have had this on my list even last week because I was waiting for the retest of this area here, and we actually had the retest, and we even had a really bullish engulfing candlestick here, which was a really nice long entry. Even if you go to the lower time frame, might have entered here already. Well, it's fairly early on a Sunday. I wouldn't have done this, but yeah, now what I'm seeing possibly here is I'm possibly seeing another wick down possible into this area somewhere here, and then with a bullish signal, I could profit off of this long position or the long momentum here, the upside momentum on GBP USD. But I'm probably not gonna take this trade as I'm still in other two trades. But it's a very beautiful uptrend if you look here. So I do see a lot of potential possible, but it might just be another neutral week. We will see. And the final pair on my list is AUD JPY. So what we see actually here is we have a really neutral weekly candlestick here, actually several ones, and then we had this really strong engulfing bullish candlestick here on the weekly chart. So on the daily, I'm actually just waiting for it to come back into this area, retest this area here again, maybe sweep some liquidity around this round psychological level here, and then give me my long entry signal for a long trade on AUD JPY. Because if you look here, it even looks kind of like an inverse head and shoulders, if you will. You have the shoulders here and you have the neckline here, and it broke the neckline. So I'm now waiting for a retest liquidity sweep in the stop zone here to then continue to the upside on AUD JPY. So this is my trading plan for this potential setup here on this pair. If it's going to play out, then I might actually take it. I've analyzed the other pairs as well and set alarms on them, but those setups aren't just ready yet. So I'm just going to be waiting for my alarms getting triggered. And if any of those alarms getting triggered and a new setup is forming, I will share it and inform you in my free Telegram channel, which you can join at any time. I will put the link to it into the video description. You will also find a link to my other socials there. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below and I will try to answer your questions. Thank you for watching. I wish you a successful trading week. Remember to manage your risk properly and see you next Sunday.